Hey everybody, what's going on? Danny Koker here, aka The Count. Another edition of Count's Finer Details right here on the Count's Kustoms YouTube channel. This edition, a little bit different, a little bit special. Henceforth, the way I look, I'm talking about one of my personal favorite cars in my collection. 1971 Cadillac Eldorado convertible, original Dunham coach Superfly Cadillac. So let me give you just like a little short history lesson on Dunham Coachworks and the Superfly Cadillacs. Les Dunham has been building way cool rides since the 60s, all throughout the 70s, and really specializes in, frankly, what I would call and what many would call pimp mobiles. That's just how it is. No denying it. And this 71 Cadillac Eldorado convertible, I was fortunate enough to purchase some years back. It is an original Dunham coach Superfly Cadillac. Now, why is it a big deal that I say it's an original Dunham coach Superfly Cadillac? Because back in the day, and still to this day, you can look up Dunham Coachworks. Check them out, man. They're out there. You can buy parts. You can buy, grill shells, and you can buy hood ornaments, and you can buy different pieces to pimp out your ride, so to speak. But Les Dunham himself and Dunham Coachworks built cars back in the day out of Dunham Coachworks. And this particular 71 Eldo is an original Dunham Coachworks Cadillac. It's not one that someone just bought parts and threw it at the car. It's one that Les Dunham and his team at Dunham Coachworks actually built back in the early 70s. Another piece of history that you'll dig, there's a movie, Superfly, the real one, came out in the 70s. There's some crappy remake out right now. Good Lord. The character of the real Superfly movie was a gentleman by the name of Priest, and he drove a 71 Cadillac Eldorado convertible, original Dunham coach Superfly Cadillac. It's exactly what you're looking at here. His was black, mine is gold. Great movie, great car, great music, great clothes, great everything. Delete that new version. Anyways. Like I was telling you earlier, I found this car from a broker back east. Allegedly, this car was owned by a pimp in New York for years. The story goes, something happened to the pimp and the car ended up in the hands of the broker for sale. When I got the car, it was represented as being beautiful, restored, gorgeous. It was a broker, yada, yada. I should have got on a plane and looked at it, but really, it didn't make a difference. I'd have bought it anyways. When I got it here to my shop in Vegas, it was not restored. It was not in beautiful, perfect condition, completely misrepresented. And that's something that is really disappointing in my industry as a car guy, as a guy that builds cars for people, buys and sells cars, things like that. Misrepresentation happens in my industry way too often, and it's kind of a sad thing. And I feel bad about that. You're not going to get misrepresentation from me, but the car arrived, and yes, I was pleased that it is an original Dunham coach Superfly Cadillac. I was pleased that all of the hard parts were there, all of the stuff that makes it a Superfly Cadillac, they were all there and intact, but the car needed total restoration. And like I said, I'd have bought it either way because I just really wanted one, but I paid for a nice car, and what I got was a car that could be really nice. So we restored it, man. We took it all apart. We built that big, beautiful 500 cubic inch Cadillac engine, rebuilt the automatic trans-axle transmission because the Eldorados are front-wheel drive. Had to rebuild the whole top, all of the frame, all of the mechanics at the top. And then came the fun part, time to make the car gorgeous. The car was gold, and so I wanted to redo it in gold, and I went crazy with it in gold. This car has gold upon gold upon gold. There's flake upon flake upon flake. There's pinstriping, there's panels, and all kinds of stuff on it. The flake is so big, the flake is so thick, it's so magnificent that to get it to lay down properly, to reflect all the light properly, the car is not clear coated normally as a car would be. It's actually been clear coated in piano resin. Piano resin, for real. Like when you see those beautiful Steinway grand pianos and things like that, and that gorgeous finish you see on those pianos, that clear resin is so thick and so durable and so strong. That's literally what this car is clear coated in, so that the metal flake would actually have enough room to lay down proper and reflect the light proper. This car is insane in person. I know you're seeing images of it right now on your screen, but you won't believe it when you see it in your face, in your eyes. It's absolutely stunning and beautiful. So long before Superfly came into my life, Ryan been saving up some paint that really doesn't exist anymore. The flake on this car, the gold flake on this car, they don't even make it anymore, man. It's something that he's been stockpiling and shelving for a long time, knowing that one day he was going to do something for me that needed this. And so therefore, all of this insane gold flake and all of the different layers and all the different flavors of it are things that Ryan knew was coming and that he saved up for an awfully long time. And then, like I said, all clear coated in piano resin, because the flake is so bold to get it to sparkle like this. You don't see flake when it's standing up. You see flake when it's laying down. So when flake is this bold, so to speak, this much flake, this bold, you gotta have enough clear coating so that that flake doesn't stand up, it lays down. So you see it, picks up the light, you get that sparkle. He did it all in piano resin, because the piano resin is so much thicker that that flake can lay out, and it lays out in layers. Ah, it's sexy. It matches my shoes, man. You know, got to have that. Chrome upon chrome upon chrome, and all of it had to be re-chromed. Had to re-chrome everything on this car, and it came out stunning. And there's a lot of chrome on this car. Why is there so much chrome on this car? Because it's proper. That's why. Stick with me on that. Gotta have chrome on your Pimpmobile Superfly Cadillac. Redid the interior all in gorgeous chocolate brown fur with gold snakeskin inserts. Yeah, I said it, and it's beautiful. Check it out. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. No animals were harmed in the restoration of this car. Anyways, the car is absolutely gorgeous. I'm very, very proud of this car. It's a car that I love. It's a car that I actually drive semi-regularly. Some of the finer details on this car, the oversized grille, Dunham. The gorgeous hood ornament, Dunham. Those wicked driving lights that are chrome with the gold lenses, that's all Dunham. The Continental hump on the back. The beautiful, big Superfly headlight covers, man. I mean, you know Dunham Coachworks when you see those Superfly headlights. That's what that's all about. Something that I did to the car, just because I wanted to add to it, and it has been less Dunham approved. You know, I lowered the car a little bit. I like it sitting low in the back a little bit. So the back wheels are half covered because of the fender skirts and the way it sits low, but the front wheels are really exposed. So I wanted to add some flavor to that. And we did these wicked, huge, chromed out Counts Kustoms, one-off made spinners on the hubcaps on the front. Now, when you see these giant spinners and you think, well, that's just connected to the hubcap, that could fall off or break the hubcap, this and that. We did it right. We tapped through the hubcaps and tapped into the steel wheel. And so these spinners are actually through the hubcaps and attached to the steel wheel inside. They're rock solid. I refer to them as my big giant Ben-Hur spinners when you see them things coming down the road.
This is the coolest place to be on this car, is sitting in the driver's seat of this thing. It's fantastic. The nose is a mile long. The roof line is down low. The seats are so comfortable. It's a big, fat, pimpy, comfy caddy. It's just too cool. You know, when you roll down the road on this thing and you put the top down, all this fur just goes like this. Just waving in the wind. It's just so cool. I love this car so much, man. It takes me back to really happy times. I dig it.
I completely restored the car from top to bottom, front to back, inside and out, and made it a proper 71 Eldorado Dunham Coach Superfly Cadillac. This car has actually been approved by Les Dunham himself. He's laid eyes on this car and has approved the restoration of this car. I love this car. I'm proud of this car. This car reminds me of the 70s, takes me back to a great time, makes me smile, takes me back to Detroit, and I love it. I hope you guys enjoy it too. I get it, it's a love it or hate it car, but you gotta admit, man, we did a wicked job putting this car back together. And as far as I'm concerned, it's one of my personal favorites in my collection. And I encourage you all, when you come to Vegas, come down here to Count's Kustoms, take the free tour, wander around, check out my rides up close, in person, see what you think about them, and I hope you all dig it. And I really appreciate you all watching my YouTube channel, the Count's Kustoms YouTube channel. If you have not yet subscribed, don't be scared. Hit that subscribe button, check it out. I'm gonna keep bringing you cool cars that belong to me. I'm gonna keep bringing you cool cars that we're building. I'm gonna bring you cool people that we're doing stuff for, of all kinds of flavors. All kinds of flavors. Not just pimp mobiles. We'll bring you hot rods, we'll bring you muscle cars, we'll bring you exotic cars, bring you motorcycles, bring you all kinds of stuff right here on the Count's Kustoms YouTube channel. Subscribe, enjoy. Thank you for enjoying my personal Superfly Cadillac that I love so much. I hope you all enjoy it.